What's going on YouTube? BussDH here, and we're back here for the Q&A. So let's get right into it. First question by Jesus Serrano is, what is your first car? Are you a big car guy? And submitting fan art. Well, in the last Q&A, I showed you guys that my first car was the 1994 Nissan 240SX. It was an awesome car. The only bad thing about it was automatic. I miss it, and I hope I get another one someday. Are you a big car guy? Yeah, I guess you could say so. Pretty much a big car guy. Submitting fan art. Yes, but I'll be getting that into the future. I gotta figure a couple different things out. Format, how to submit them, stuff like that. So stay tuned and I'll figure something out in the future. So, Anfree Garaha, sorry man, I always butcher your name. He says, how's life in Canada? How's the food? How cold does it get? Canadian life is good, man. Winter's coming, all that stuff. The food is great. I love my Canadian bacon with maple syrup dripped all over it for breakfast every morning. But really, we have all different kinds of foods here. From Vindaloo curries to Doner kebabs and full Scottish breakfasts. I eat them all. It's delicious. How cold does it get? It gets pretty freaking cold here. Last year, it got around to minus 45 degrees Celsius. And we had a polar vortex come through. And basically, the ground froze so quick that it sounded like an explosion was going off that could be heard from miles away. So yeah, it gets pretty freezing here. Hazza McQueen asks, Lamborghini or Ferrari, Veneno or Stagio? I always fuck that name up, my bad. LaFerrari or Enzo? So Lamborghini, Ferrari, I can't really put a thumb on either of them. I've never driven either. I'd like to own both of them if I could one day, but doubt that. I'd probably go for the Veneno. And then for LaFerrari or Enzo, probably LaFerrari. TYU, what is your favorite all-wheel drive car and what is your favorite off-roader type vehicle? My favorite all-wheel drive car is probably any of the Subaru WRX STIs. They're all pretty sweet. And favorite off-road vehicle, probably one of the Baja trucks. They're pretty cool, all like the crazy modified suspension and all the work they put into them. They're actually pretty awesome. I don't really know which one I'd put my finger on. There's too many to decide. Jace Proctor, how long does a video take? This all depends on which video I'm making. So the car porns take around 2 to 3 hours by the time I find a car, tune it, paint job, record, edit, and then render, upload. Yeah, so 2 to 3 hours depending on it is. The spray bumps can take between 30 minutes and 3 hours as well, because sometimes I might have like 5 cars lined up. Alright, I saw these on Twitter or some people emailed me. I'm like, oh, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Alright, good, boom, record, go. And then other times it's like a drought and I can't find any decent looking paints and I'm like, what do I do here? Days asks, do you think 750 plus horsepower is something that isn't for a supercar like a Supra or Evo? Doesn't really matter. Like if you've got the money and you're gonna do it, just go for it. Doesn't really matter to me. If you can build it all up, keep the build cost down and you can have fun, you might as well do it. And then blow the supercars out of the water in a Supra or an Evo. It's kind of entertaining. Abe Decoke, I think I got that right. What do you think of a 300 mile per hour car or 482 kilometer per hour? And what was the first game you ever played? So the 300 mile per hour car, the only thing that's holding people back is cooling. Once we find a better method of cooling that's safe in that isn't crazy, like liquid nitrogen cooling, which is unstable and hard to do. Even like thermal heat transfer, like aluminum blocks, they can warp, they can bend, that fucks them up real quick. So once they find a material to put in an engine that doesn't take heat that much, or they find an alternative cooling method, that will probably happen. What was the first game you ever played? I'm pretty sure it was Duck Hunt on the NES, and I think I still have the cartridge somewhere. The Gaming Dude asks, muscle import. That's a pretty easy question to answer. Both. I love all my like 69 Chargers, Challengers, Boss 302s, and I love my Skyline, Supras, Evos, and the odd Civic here or there. But yeah, I can go with both for that. Jimmy That Wog asks, who is your favorite Formula Drifter? I don't actually watch Formula D. I've seen YouTube clips here and there, but every time it's either an event's on, like I can't find a channel that I have on like cable or whatever, or I can't find a live stream online, so I don't actually have a favorite Formula Drifter. Noah the Boa asks, what is the first gaming system you ever got? First gaming system I ever got was an NES. And I had Duck Hunt / Super Mario Bros, Tetris, and Excitebike on it. It was freaking awesome. Snezpano Gaming asks 69 or 42. I'll have to go for a 42 on that one. Dingo Skateboard asks, do you prefer Paganis or Bugatti? Well, it's like two different classes of cars you got there, right? You have your Pagani, which is like a exotic hypercar, and then your Bugatti, which is like a luxury hypercar. If I had either or, I'd probably drive around the Pagani, and then if I had a Bugatti, I'd probably have someone else drive me around. And then the last one that everyone keeps asking, what is your favorite sex position? Well, my fiance said I couldn't answer this one, so I'm gonna let my man T-Pain sing it.
Just put it in reverse, cowgirl. Get it up, open up, girl. Sit it up.
And that concludes the Q&A. So I'll probably put these up once every couple weeks or so just to get you guys into it. And thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.